Hello everyone, my name is CA Sulabh Gupta. I'm a Chartered Accountant, CISA, DISA, ISO 27001, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Associate, Six Sigma Green Belt, all in first attempt. A lot of time, my friends, peers, colleagues, even juniors ask me, how exactly do we clear Chartered Accountancy in first attempt? What are some tips and tricks to do that? Well, today I'm going to share some important tips and tricks, right? Almost 8 important tricks with you and give you the details of how you can clear all of the CA exams in first attempt. Let's get started. The first important trick to keep in your mind is mnemonics. You should always have mnemonics created for all of the stuff that you have to memorize. Now, a lot of stuff is dependent on understanding. For example, accountancy logics, taxation percentages, calculations, all of that. But a lot of time, the provisions of the law, right, certain answers that you have to write in the way, all of that is dependent on mnemonics if you create good mnemonics. So have that mnemonics ready. That's a good way to memorize things, right? And merge it with trick number 2, which I'm gonna give you right now. Trick number 2 is take printouts of specific materials. For example, mnemonics as in point number 1. Second, provisions of the law. Third, the Ethics Act or provisions of certain laws or certain sections of the laws. Whatever you want to memorize, right? Take printouts of that and paste it around in your room. How that helps you is when you go across the room, if you strike a particular page in front of you, you always know this is something that I have to read through, I have to learn, I have to practice. And once you keep on repeating that particular stuff, it becomes tip on the tips of your hand, right? You have extreme command over that. You cannot forget that particular statement. So that's how you do the second trick, which is take printouts and stick around in your room so that whenever your eye crosses a particular paper, you just read through it quickly and you reiterate it right then, right there. Third one is a very important trick. That's regular revisions. We take a particular class or do self-study. We close out a subject in a particular month or 2 months, but after that, we leave that. We just leave that subject untouched. No provisions, no revisions are done in the coming few months. What happens then? You tend to forget things. Human minds are not very well strong, right? Current generation minds are not so strong to remember everything that they have. So that is why regular revisions are very important. How to plan that? Every weekend, you should spare every 4 hours to practice or to revise what you've done during that week. So 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever you have learned, new concepts, good enough. The entire weekend should be spent on revision of whatever you've done in those 5 days. Whatever bonus time you get on the weekend, you can start with a new topic, but primary focus should be to revise what you've already done in the 5 days. Take a breather, that's very important. The revision is acting like a breather for you. Now at the same time, monthly revisions are very important. The 4th weekend of every month should be spared to revise everything that you've done in this month as well as attempt at least one question of what you've done in the previous months. Whatever topics you've covered through and through in the previous month, 6 months, 1 year, practice those every month, at least one question of that topic. Randomly select a question. Right? Very important trick, guys. Now I'm gonna give you the Brahmastra. The very trick that at least helped me qualify everything in first attempt. That Brahmastra is the index pages of your study materials. The index pages of your study materials have listed out the concepts and sub-concepts of the entire syllabus. Take photocopies of the index pages. Take printouts of only the index pages of your study materials and track your progress. How you can track your progress? Whatever topics you've completed, highlight them in green or just put a tick mark, whatever you know. Second thing, whatever topics you feel are strong, mark them with a star. Whatever topics you feel are slightly disoriented, something which you're not very confident about, right? Mark them with some other color or keep a circle around it. What happens then? On the weekend or on the month end, when you revise the particular topics, you know which topics are the weaker topics and You can select more questions from them, more revision concepts from them. The strong topics, you can just select one question and get over with it. That's how you track your progress. That's how you keep refreshing yourself on the topics that are weak and keep refreshing yourself on the topics that you're strong. Your priorities are defined with this printout of index pages. It's a very, very important trick, guys. It's the Brahmastra, right? Now, last three important tricks. These are three important resources rather, which are available to you and act as boomerangs, because when you practice it, it makes you revise the entire syllabus in one go. First is RTPs, revision test papers. Very important. Not just focus on the RTPs of your attempt, but also focus on the RTPs of previous attempts. Right? Helps you go a long way. Second is mock test papers. Again, very important document. Mock test papers help you assess your progress. With mock test papers, if you simulate the same examination environment, lock yourself in a room, put a timer, create pressure, have a water bottle aside, and don't get distracted by anything else. Just solve that paper within that time limit of 3 to 4 hours, right? Including the optional question, right? So simulate that examination environment for yourself multiple times. Do it on a quarterly basis or do it on a bi-monthly basis, right? It depends on you. It depends on your preparation. Do it on a monthly basis when you're near to the exams. But this is what will get you to practice the writing skills. This is what will get you to practice the writing skills, right? This is what will get you to be simulated in the pressure environment. Prepare you for that pressure environment in the examination hall. And final is the previous year test papers. Now, RTPs and mock test papers I know are limited, but previous year test papers, at least for 3 previous or 4 previous attempts, is very important. Again, simulate the examination hall environment, right? Lock yourself in a room, have a table and chair, proper table and chair, and keep the timer aside. Solve those questions just the way you're doing it in the examination hall. Goes a long, long way in prepping you for the pressure that is there on your brains. Goes a long way in assessing what topics are strong, what topics are weak, right? And of course, going back to my point number 4, track your progress in the index pages. Even as a result of these mock test assessments or revision test papers or previous year papers, whatever solutions you are doing, track that in the index of the study materials so that you know which topics you're missing out on, which topics you have lost control over. Maybe there was a topic which was very strong for you and now you've lost control over it. Now you've forgotten about those particular concepts. This is how that progress, this is how the track is maintained. These are the tricks that actually help you in memorizing the entire stuff. Be prepared for the exam, be prepared for the pressure of the exam, and you guys will definitely crack the exams in the next attempt, right? So don't get disheartened. These tricks are generic, they are not attempt specific, guys. So share it with your friends who are struggling for a long time to clear the CAs. Share it with your friends who are freshers in the CAs so that they don't take long time to clear it. And I want to see you rock and add those 2 initials to your names. You guys have to earn it, and this is the way to earn it. I'm going to see you in the next video. Keep prepping and reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.